Hello, hi, welcome back. This is Rafa with Tuesday's Child. Several months ago, I showed some planters that I got from the Dollar Tree's online store, and I mentioned that I was going to plant seeds in them and then give the towers away to a few special people in my life. Well, the time has come for me to do the giveaways. I'll be delivering them tomorrow, and I decided to let you see what I did with them. So, let's go. Hello, this is Rafa. Welcome to another page in my homesteading diary. I made 5 towers, and they're all set up the exact same way. So let's take a look at what I have in the towers. On the top tier, I have 2 varieties of dwarf or micro tomatoes. So we have here the Rosy Finch micro dwarf tomato, and we have the Orange Dream micro tomatoes. And as you could see, I planted them from seeds. As you could see, they are all starting to produce tomatoes, starting to produce fruit, which was, now these look a little wilted. I have to water them, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But they're starting to produce fruit. Oh, that looks really sad. And look at this one. I mean, we have fruits here. These are determinate tomatoes, although some micros can swing into the indeterminate category. But you can tell that they are determinate varieties because the fruit set or the flowers started at the top. Whenever you have the flowering that starts at the very top like that, then you're dealing with a determinate variety. And determinate means that once they produce the set of tomatoes, you're not going to get a second round off of that plant. And determinate also means that the height and growth of that tomato plant is kind of predetermined in its genetic makeup. So it's not going to grow larger than what it's been programmed to grow, and for lack of better words, it's not going to grow wider. And so what you have is what you have. When you have an indeterminate tomato plant, then it will keep producing all season long as the conditions are right. And indeterminate tomatoes also kind of have an unpredictable growth pattern. Also, in the top tier, I planted some, what is that? Hot lemon peppers plants in each one. Those are doing good. And then each one also has marigolds, because why? We have to have some pollinators to come around and get these flowers and get these flowers pollinated so that we can have some actual fruit. I planted lemon balm in each one of these. Lemon balm. And then I planted chamomile on each one. So the second tier that I have on each one of these planters is the T tier, where we have the lemon balm, chamomile, and holy tulsi basil. And then I have, now the last thing I planted was lettuce seeds, and so those are just now coming up. We have 2 sections of butter crunch in each one. Then we have Marvel of 4 Seasons, and I planted about 3 in each one of these sections, and they can thin them out as they get bigger or not. I also planted green tea as one of the seeds. That one's not coming up yet. And then I have here, oops, I didn't label these. I think this is lemon thyme. I think this is lemon thyme, or could be oregano. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I know where I can find out. Yes, it's lemon thyme. I have the original. Now, those I did purchase. Everything else was from seed, but I did purchase those, and then I split it. I think I purchased 2 and split them into the 5 containers. But like you see, everything else I did strictly from... Now, here's a marvel of 4 seasons, and we have 4 of them coming in. And like I said, as they get bigger, they can decide if it's too crowded, they can thin them out. Here's a Roman chamomile that's coming along. And then I also have mint. I planted mint for them. I planted Siberian kale and black-seeded Simpson. Looks like there's one coming up there for the black-seeded Simpson. So here's another Siberian kale that's coming up. And here is some grass. Let's go on and get that. I don't want them to think that's something that's edible. And in the top of here, I also have garlic chive. And I'm going to put some more garlic chive seeds in that as well. Here's the holy tulsi basil. Holy tulsi basil. Love that, love that. And I hope that the young ladies that receive these will really, that it will bring some enjoyment to their lives. Now, when it comes to these tomatoes, since they started fruiting before I was really ready to give them away, I'm going to plant 2 more tomato seeds. And so by the time those die off, the second tomato plant should be well on its way to coming up. And I think I will also add more chamomile seeds, because some of them, and I think out of the seeds that I planted, I think I split them. And so some of them are not as big as the others. I'll probably put a few more pieces of mint or mint seeds. Some people, when they plant these towers, they will put a hole in the center of each one of these before they start, and then they'll put a metal pipe all the way through for stability. Because these are only 5 levels up, are they 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because they're only 5 levels up, they're not so topsy. They have been out here through high winds and everything, and they have not turned over at all. I did drill drainage holes underneath each one of them, if you could see. And so that helps. And the water, of course, comes from the drainage holes if it gets overly saturated from the rain, and it waters the base pots down there, which is nice. But what I am suggesting for the young ladies is that they go and get some chicken wire or some kind of wire that they can bend into a circle, maybe secure the ends with zip ties, secure the ends with zip ties, and make a little cage to keep the rabbits and other little rodents from eating their lettuce. They may have a tortoise that's on the loose like I have from time to time. Anyways, if they put a little wire cage around it, I think that'll be ideal. A couple of things that I did when I planted these was I put a sponge, just a regular kitchen sponge, at the bottom of each one of those sections before I put the grow medium, the dirt, on top. And that way the sponge will absorb moisture. The moisture will not evaporate from the sponge that readily. And then they don't have to be so frantic about watering. Now, these are looking a little wilted and tuckered out because I haven't been out here since Friday, and today is Monday. Yes, today is Monday, and I haven't been out here since Friday, so they definitely need water. The sponge isn't going to do but so much. It will buy you a little time though. When I prepared the soil for these containers, I use a little bit of peat moss, I use black cow compost, chicken manure, rabbit manure, and azomite, and a little bit of potting soil. I mix all that together to give it a good growing environment, rich in nutrients and whatever it needed to take off. And as you can see, they're doing very well. It feels super great to get some people out on their journey. Who are those people? My sister, Alyssa, my daughters-in-law, Kayla and Kenya, my beloved cousin, Rakita, and a family friend, Taylor. So it's coming soon, and I hope I leave them in good hands. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. And remember, look for the good in life. This channel promotes the goodness in life. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And above all, prosper and be in good health.